Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, the government has a lab in Waybridge. It's called the Waybridge Lab. Strange, isn't it? It's the Animal and Plant Health Agency's high containment laboratories. What does this mean? Well, when there are things like foot and mouth or blue tongue or things like that that affect Britain's livestock, that's where they do all the testing. That's where they make sure that things are tickety-boo, as it were. Or when there is, for example, swine flu or bird flu or SARS or COVID-19, etc. Anything like that that needs to be tested. Anything that can go between animal and human, for example. Well, it's crumbling away. This place is very, very important. Make no odds about it. It is an incredibly important place filled with very clever people doing all sorts of sciencey things in order to protect us. And the government isn't funding it properly, and everything is falling apart. The National Audit Office have done an audit, strangely, and they've done a report saying any major failure at Waybridge could have potentially significant impacts on the UK. For example, it may not be able to deliver its emergency response during outbreaks. Waybridge is in poor condition, with ageing buildings that need major repair and replacement. DEFRA increased its assessment of the risk to site failure to the highest rating, 25 out of 25. And DEFRA's Outbreak Readiness Board lowered its rating for the site's capability to a medium severity outbreak. Contingency plans, they say, for a significant failure at Waybridge are limited due to the uniqueness of the site. In other words, it's the only one we got, and it's in a shit condition, and the government isn't doing anything to do it. So, nice to see the lessons of COVID being learnt then, isn't it? Unbelievable this, isn't it? It's effectively non-functional, and yet it's the only thing between us and doom, should any kind of what's the word? I can't remember what the word is, but it's zoonotic, I think, is the word. Disease come up. In other words, a disease that comes from animals and can affect us. Yeah, and they are just falling apart. Isn't it great? Let's hope we don't get any big major outbreaks of an animal illness, because we won't be able to cope. Typical, isn't it? Wank money away, left, right and centre to little farms across Africa, to Mauritius, to, the Ukraine. But doing something to protect the British people? Sure, not a chance. Thanks very much. Bye.